7 reasons why INFJs have the most irresistible aura. Have you ever walked into a room and felt people quietly gravitate toward you, without knowing why? You weren't trying to be the center of attention. You didn't raise your voice or make a grand entrance. But still, eyes lingered. And the atmosphere subtly shifted. That's the INFJ aura. And no, it's not a cliché, it's real. It's subtle, magnetic, and absolutely unforgettable. In this video, we're going to explore deep reasons why INFJs carry the most irresistible aura of all the 16 personality types. This isn't just a compliment, it's a mirror reflecting the mystery, depth, and emotional intensity that you live with every day. And whether you recognize it or not, people feel it. INFJ, you are felt more than you are understood. That's your power. And your aura? It's the frequency you radiate when you fully step into your nature. Whether you've been told you're intimidating but kind, hard to forget, or just different, this video is for you. Stay with me to the end, because not only will you understand the why behind your magnetic presence, you'll also walk away with powerful ways to own it, without fear, without shrinking, and without apology. Let's dive deep into what makes your INFJ aura so compelling, and why the world can't quite figure you out. But can't look away either. 1. The deep stillness you radiate. There's something about your energy, INFJ, that calms even the loudest internal storms in others. It's the way you hold space for silence without discomfort. The way you make people feel seen without demanding to be seen in return. This deep stillness you carry isn't passive, it's powerful presence. INFJs possess introverted intuition, NI, as their dominant cognitive function. NI users process the world through deep internal reflection. This manifests externally as quiet, grounded energy, what some describe as a spiritual calm. You're not reacting to everything. You're sensing, waiting, and listening beneath the noise. Imagine sitting on a bench in a crowded park. A friend joins you, emotionally overwhelmed. You don't rush them. You don't interrupt their silence. You just sit there, present, breathing with them. Slowly, they start to cry, and open up. Later, they say, "I don't know what it is about you. I just feel safe." That's your aura in action. Lean into your presence. You don't need to over-explain or overperform. Your stillness is enough. Practice intentional silence. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or walking without noise, protect your stillness, it's the source of your power. Don't suppress it to fit extroverted environments. Instead, learn to amplify it through nonverbal communication, eye contact, grounded posture, and subtle facial expressions. 2. Your eyes carry the weight of 1,000 stories. People say your eyes are intense, not in a loud way, but in a way that feels like you can see straight into their soul. The INFJ gaze is a byproduct of deep empathy and emotional scanning. INFJs are constantly absorbing emotional information, even without realizing it. This hyper-awareness gives your eyes a penetrating, observant quality. At a social event, someone is laughing loudly, but you notice the slight tension in their jaw, the forced cheerfulness. You lock eyes briefly, and they falter. Later, they admit, "I don't know how you knew something was wrong. No one else noticed." Your eyes didn't accuse. They saw. Practice eye contact with intention, especially when someone is sharing something important. Let them feel your attention without judgment. Balance your gaze. Some people find it overwhelming. Don't dim it, just soften it with warmth when needed. Use your gaze to reassure. You don't always need words. Sometimes your look alone can say, "I get it." You're not alone. 3. You feel like a mirror. People often tell you, "I feel like I can be myself around you." That's not random. You don't judge. You reflect. You become what people need to feel safe. INFJs are empathic shapeshifters. Not because they're fake, but because they intuitively adapt to the emotional needs of others. It's why people project parts of themselves onto you, and often fall for their own reflection. You've probably had people fall in love with you without knowing the real you. They were drawn to how you made them feel, calm, validated, important. And when you didn't live up to their fantasy, they became distant or angry. But INFJ, that wasn't your failure. That was your aura showing them a version of themselves they craved. Practice identity grounding. Ask yourself daily, who am I outside of others' needs? Set emotional mirrors intentionally. If someone is using you as a projection, gently encourage self-awareness through reflective questions. Use your mirroring power for good. Help others see their own beauty and truth, but don't lose yours in the process. 4. Your empathy is disarming. In a world where most people listen to respond, you listen to understand. This emotional safety you offer is so rare, it becomes addictive. Your introverted intuition and extroverted feeling, FE, work in tandem to pick up on unspoken emotional cues. This allows you to anticipate what people need emotionally before they even verbalize it. It's almost psychic, but it's really just emotional intelligence on a soul level. You meet someone who's been guarded their whole life. But with you, the walls drop, fast. They cry in your presence and say, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. It's because they sense they won't be judged. They sense your empathy is real. Protect your emotional energy. Not everyone deserves full access. Create emotional boundaries with empathy. You can be kind without being consumed. Use your empathy to build bridges, not cages. Don't trap yourself in toxic dynamics by overfeeling for those unwilling to do their own healing. 5. Your mystery draws people in. You're an open book, with most of the pages hidden. And that contradiction drives people wild. INFJs don't reveal themselves easily, not because they're secretive, but because they're complex. Your inner world is rich, multi-layered, and sacred. That aura of mystery? It's your emotional self-protection. People want to figure you out, but the more they try, the more they realize, you're not meant to be decoded, you're meant to be experienced. A coworker once said, you're so quiet but somehow the most interesting person in the room. You hadn't said much all day. But you felt deeply. You noticed everything. And people felt that. Your silence speaks volumes. Embrace your mystery as a gift. You don't need to explain yourself to be loved. Let people earn your layers. Emotional intimacy is sacred, don't rush it. Channel your inner world into creative expression. Your mystery becomes magnetic when shared through writing, art, music, or deep conversations. 6. You lead without dominating. You don't force influence, you radiate it. People follow you because they trust you, not because you shout the loudest. INFJs are natural visionary leaders. But unlike aggressive types, you lead through emotional resonance and intuitive foresight. You can see the bigger picture and guide others toward it, gently, but powerfully. In a group project, chaos erupts. No one knows what direction to take. You step in, not with control, but with clarity. You say one sentence, and suddenly, things click. Later, someone says, when you talk, I actually listen. You make things make sense. That's leadership infused with soul. Own your quiet leadership. You don't need a title to guide others. Speak when it matters. Your words carry more weight because you use them sparingly. Mentor those around you. Even subtle guidance can shift someone's path forever. 7. You channel higher frequencies. Your aura isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. People sense something otherworldly in you. They may call it old soul, witchy, wise beyond your years. But really, it's your ability to channel something bigger than yourself. As an INFJ, your Nephi loop often connects you with collective emotions, deep existential questions, and unseen truths. You're not just in the world, you're often above it, viewing it from a broader soul perspective. You've likely had strangers confide their life stories to you. Or sensed something was about to happen, before it did. Or felt connected to a place you've never been. That's your soul intelligence, and it pulses in your aura. Practice spiritual hygiene. Meditate, cleanse your space, spend time in nature, your energy absorbs more than most. Trust your intuitive downloads. When something feels true, it often is. Use your spiritual frequency to elevate others. Lead conversations that matter. Ask questions that heal. Offer insight without ego. INFJ, Your aura is not an accident. It's the natural result of deep introspection, soulful empathy, intuitive brilliance, and emotional resilience. People feel drawn to you because you remind them of who they really are underneath the noise. You're not always easy to understand, but you're impossible to forget. So if you've ever wondered why people stare, why strangers open up, why others seem haunted by your presence long after you leave the room, it's because your aura speaks, even when you don't. INFJ, protect your light. Nourish it. And above all, own it. If this resonated, comment below, "My aura is my power." Like, share, and subscribe for more deep to INFJ insights. And tell me, which of these 7 reasons hit you the hardest? Stay safe, and see you in the next one.